Hi, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Jennifer Van Huswick, and this is my very first podcast episode, and I am so excited. It's been a long t This podcast has been a long time coming, and now is the time. I actually just got off of a recording that also was incubating and getting ready to be recorded called True Freedom Activation, which is my new free gift that I'm putting out into the world. And I came off of it with such a high that I just wanted to come right in to do my podcast because these are two of many dreams that I've had that is just ready to be put out there. So I just wanted to welcome you all and tell you that this is a space for something very real that's happening in the world right now. It's for women who already know. You can feel that there's more available to you, more freedom, more ease, more alignment, and at the same time, your day-to-day life doesn't really reflect or match that knowing that you have. That there's this gap in the difference between our conscious awareness and how our life is being lived in our everyday experience. And that's where this podcast comes in. It's where I'm going to teach or I'm going to facilitate or share or bring people in so that we can just learn from each other. It's not about doing something wrong or figuring things out. It's a space where we're going to bring our own awareness and call it back to ourselves more and more and more until it's our new way of living. It's already real in your mind. You already have all of this information. You're awakened. You're highly intuitive, highly sensitive, beautiful, divine women. You might call yourselves way showers or star seeds or light beings or light workers, and you know you're here for something more, and you've gained all this amazing wealth of knowledge, and life is still, what shall we say, getting in the way. And from this space of beautiful knowing and awareness, you're ready to have your real everyday life meet that experience, meet that knowing, have it come into fruition as this beautiful spirit, soul, essence, creator presence that you are embodied in this human body, living a human experience from that elevated, high level creator consciousness self. And that's what this podcast is about. So we get to bring all of that awareness back and we get to talk about it in real life. I'm a mom. I mean, let's talk identities here. I'm a woman. I'm a mom. I have raised four children. I have three out of those four living at home as adults, two going to school, one, my fourth, who comes back and forth all the time and is probably going to move back in at some point soon. And we're building a house, a big house. And we've been in the midst of this build for literally years now. And through that experience, through my everyday life, trying to figure out where the money is going to come from to continue the build, um, figure out how to run a business and awaken at the same time, and all of these knowings I have within here, and having my voice and my feeling like I can share this in the world, be ready, the freedom to know it's time. All of these nuances of what my life is showing me, it's like, Jennifer, it's time to share this reality with the world. And for very long time, I haven't felt safe. And so really, this intro podcast is about us feeling safe. What does it look like to be and know in the depths of your beingness, in the nervous system, because we are body, we're mind, we're spirit. We're spirit having a human experience. And what does it look like to have the nervous system who's been on high alert? Literally, your physical body has been on high alert for far, far too long because you are this high level frequency being who came here and played the game that you were going to forget who you are. And through the ebbs and flows of life, you knew there was something more. You knew there was something calling you. You've known for so long that you're here for more and you're awakened and you're learning, like we discussed before. And something stops you. Something stops you from fully expressing yourself, fully living that spiritual being in this human body, having this human experience. And really, the foundational part is truly believe it's a safety factor. It's this like another piece that before I could do the freedom activation today needed to show up in my life. Literally, I'm sitting in my hot tub reading this book that is just like, and just taking care of myself and asking for more, visioning what I want my life to feel like, be like, enjoy. And of course, if I'm going to do something called True Freedom Activation, which by the way was Freedom Activation before, and now I saw very clearly today it's called to be called True Freedom Activation, which was an elevation and an activation in and of itself. Um, I had to feel fully free to be able to share this to you and to the world. And the beautiful part is I've done so much work in this awakening journey that it was just like just tiny little nuances I needed to see from people and family members projecting their needs onto me and my body taking it in and feeling that angst and that overwhelm and that anxiety like I know many of you feel. And I had to take this deep breath. And I went to what for me works the best, which is journaling. And I laid down while all of this building and stuff is happening, and my husband's working. And I laid on my bed and I took the moments for myself and I allowed my body to process, my mind to process that I'm okay, that I'm not going to allow someone else's projections any longer, no matter who they are, no matter how much they love me, no matter if they're a stranger or my partner. I'm gonna not allow that in anymore. Period. Blank. Done. No more. But it's taken a lot to get me to that point. And also that I have the freedom, like all this voice work that we're going to do together and this works, like these gifts that we're going to give ourselves to fully feel free to speak our truth to the point that I'm videoing on screen when before it was just going to be audios on my freedom activation, my true freedom activation to the point where I gave myself I called forth so deeply and so consistently this desire for pure freedom that what had to present was where I wasn't feeling free. And I was seeing that my body wasn't feeling safe. My body was still holding on to the fears of life coming at me and the fears of what's going to happen if I ask for all this. And the fun part is, it's like I was guided beautifully because the universe takes care of us. You take care of you. I was guided beautifully to just keep repeating this saying. I am safe, body, you are safe, mind, you are safe, we are safe, and all is well. And I just kept repeating this because it felt good. And if there's anything I can leave this first podcast with you remembering is that you are safe, that you get to be safe on this in this life. And we're going to go down rabbit holes in this podcast and we're going to have conversations that expand our consciousness. And we're going to talk about timelines and new realities and new earths and matrix and consciousness and energy and awakening and sensitive beings and spirit and galactic beings of love and light. And we can go down every and all rabbit holes, but at the end of the day, we are reclaiming our knowing. In this podcast, it's learning how to come back to our center space, how to declare something for ourselves and actually know that it gets to happen and be excited for it to happen. There's a lot of coughs want to come up. So, um, I'm just so excited to be doing this, to be sharing with you, to be communing with you, and to know that there's this version of me and there's this version of you that gets to live like their best life, that gets to have this life reflect back to us of this knowing that is so deep inside of us that we get to live our best life, that we get to it's our birthright to be in joy and harmony and wealth and abundance and health and optimum well-being on all levels. And ultimately pure freedom, true freedom on all levels and all aspects as the spirit living a human experience embodied and what that looks like to live that freedom in our everyday life and to have it reflect back to us. Because what I know, especially in the last couple of years, is the more and the more and the more that I do these works, the like not work, but works, like gifts flowing through us, the more and more that I allow myself the gift of calling back and living from the truth of who I am, the essence, the pure beingness, the pure creator presence, my higher self, calling my highest self version of me in over and over and over again, is that life literally morphs and gives you that so within, so without. And it truly is true. And life just gets to get better and better and better. And it really does from personal experience and from experiences of a lot of people around me that are doing the same work. And we are in just this time of great awakening and this time of great change on the planet. And consciousness is shifting. And we're in this ride. We're playing this game. We're chose to come here, right now, at this time in humanity's evolution. And isn't it exciting that we get to take back and deliberately choose and create and be sovereign and authentic and have real conversations? That's what this podcast is about. It's about choice, it's about freedom. It's about your body, it's about relationships, it's about everyday moments, it's about when you're exhausted, it's about when you're ecstatic, it's about everything in between. And how do we live as our spirit embodied in human form, having everyday experiences to the most elevated, pure, free way that we can? And so throughout these podcasts, I'll be sharing more about my story, my own experiences, what I'm noticing in real time, the patterns I'm seeing in women, what is working, what isn't. Just honest conversations with honest topics and honest people coming on, sharing what's happening. And I just hope you'll come along for the journey with us, that we can have true open conversations. You can bring in questions, and we're going to just take each conversation one day at a time, each rabbit hole one day at a time, and just have a blast doing it. So I'm so honored to be here. I'm so honored to be part of your journey in whatever way is in your whatever way you're allowing. And It's an exciting time. I hope you have the best day ever. Take care. This is Jennifer Van Heswick, and this is all about embodied freedom on all levels. Living your real life, being the truth of who you really are. Here to express and dance and explore and create and have a blast and getting out of your own way so that you can do it. Bye for now.